The bully principle. Why begging never works. Senator Chris Van Hollen traveled to El Salvador in an attempt to retrieve an American citizen from a torture chamber. He wrongly thought second-tier diplomacy would be enough. But begging a dictator for mercy is not a strategy. Instead, he should have done this. What's good, free radicals? I'm Talon, your angry empath, straight from the front lines of the evolution, and I'm just being a ripple in the wave with today's chaos theory. Kneeling to a dictator. The wrong-headedness to travel to a foreign nation, hat in hand, to request justice from an authoritarian is not just misguided. It's so emblematic of the Dems. Senator Van Hollen went to El Salvador expecting his title to carry weight. But let's not forget, the Dems have been giving away their power like it's a fire sale. And while the Supreme Court's handing Trump a get-out-of-jail-free card, this does not provide cover for those downstream of him, and certainly not to those who decide to be of service to an American dictator. But Bukele, he assumes otherwise. One Maryland man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, deported in violation of a direct court order, and instead of a rescue mission, we sent a prayer request. You don't reason with an iron fist. You press back, hard. Real power never begs. Buchel should have been met with resolve, not reverence. We are the United States of America, with $1.4 billion in direct investment in El Salvador, decades of anti-gang support, humanitarian aid, crypto diplomacy, and military coordination. That's leverage. But instead of drawing a line, we drew a smiley face. Instead of using the immense weight of U.S. influence to demand the return of a wrongfully deported citizen, we acted like we were asking for a favor. That's not diplomacy. That's delusion. Bukele isn't confused. He's emboldened. Americans are pushing back, but don't let the suits fool you. Real Americans aren't having it. Federal judges in Texas and New York have expanded protections for migrants facing removal. The ACLU is filing lawsuits. Even Republican voters at town halls are demanding the return of Garcia. When even the right wing is demanding the restoration of due process, you know the authoritarian house of cards is starting to shake. This isn't about party anymore. It's about whether we still believe in the Constitution. The playbook of authoritarians. Here's how they play it. Start by criminalizing the vulnerable. Immigrants, dissenters, the poor. Strip them of rights. Then expand that power to anyone who questions the regime. Now Trump's floating the idea of sending American citizens to El Salvador's torture chambers. That's not hyperbole. That's a threat. And it sets the stage for anyone, journalist, protester, voter, to be disappeared. No hearing, no lawyer, no America. We are still the storm. But here's the shift. While the cowards cave, the people rise. This is the moment to speak with clarity, with resolve, and with consequence. If a U.S. senator wants results, he doesn't ask. He lands with terms. My plane leaves in an hour. That innocent man better be on it. That's how you treat a bully, not with empathy, but with equal force. And if Bukele laughs, then the lights flicker, the comms go dark, and the senator calmly says, we are not without resources. We don't have to accept this slow slide into fascism. We can still choose the people over the man who would be king. President Bukele is being introduced to the notion that although a citizen-powered authentic democracy is being challenged, it will prevail, stronger, better, and more resolved than it has ever been. History has proven time and time again. One would be wise to bet on the American people. I'm Talon, your angry empath. You can support this channel with your shares through Patreon or by hitting up our swag store. Peace.